just woke up here in beautiful Draper, Utah at the point of the mountain. At the van, incredible sunrise, like we're having some prime south wind. Let's go fly. All right, well, it's not as strong as I'd like it to be. I'm just kiting a little bit, waiting for the wind to pick up so I could actually soar here on the south side point of the mountain. Yesterday's conditions were super good. Until then, just gonna kite around a little bit, do a little practice, and see what happens. Can't really complain, the sunrise is absolutely insane. It's mornings like this one that I really take for granted. Waking up in the van in a beautiful place, walking out my front door, and going paragliding. It's one of my favorite things to do, and I've been doing it a lot lately. But Jackson is getting a little chilly this time of year, so these trips down to Salt Lake really help me stay current. All right, I might be getting lucky. The conditions are picking up slightly, so we might be able to get in a flight or a few this morning, this beautiful morning. Got the vans parked right over there. Soaking in this beautiful warm air while I'm in Salt Lake City before I head back up to the chilly Jackson, Wyoming area. I was able to get 3 really good flights in and didn't film any of them. It was just me in the air, loving life. Alright, I'm done with a pretty good morning of paragliding. It got pretty windy there for a little bit, but nonetheless, it was fantastic. I'll take all the flying days I could get. I need to clean up the van a little bit. Check this out. I just tried my sink for the first time in a couple days. This warmer weather has brought me running water. You guys remember the other day I tried filling up a water tank and it was just a solid block of ice on the bottom. Not ideal. So hopefully I could continue to keep this thawed out for the next couple of days. I'm gonna fill it up. I hope more water means less ice. I'll fill it up here while I'm in Salt Lake. Hopefully it stays water for the next week or so. It's a beautiful day here in Salt Lake City, Utah. But the whole reason I came down here is because my skis are in my storage unit, which is actually right down the road from the flight park here. So that's where we're going now. Let's see, will it start? Like butter. The hustle and bustle of the big city never ceases to amaze me. Everyone's just going about their day. I'm definitely liking the smaller town vibes up there in Jackson because I don't know if I could deal with this type of traffic all the time. Now, fortunately, I'm used to sticking out like a sore thumb, so driving this van around is completely fine when I'm in the city. I just don't prefer it. Now I'm gonna drop off the bike and pick up the skis here at the storage unit, and then I'll be on my way. So it seems I've made a slight miscalculation. I misplaced my keys for the storage unit. They're somewhere in the van, hopefully. I've looked everywhere, I think, but I need to tear this thing apart. You would think I'd keep them on my car keys, but they're not here. So they're somewhere in the van, somewhere. Hopefully they're somewhere in the van. Fingers crossed. I need to go find a place where I can spread out a little bit and just tear this thing apart completely. I feel like such an idiot, guys. The van is a complete wreck. I need to find these keys somewhere, or if I don't find them today, I've got to go to work tomorrow morning in Jackson. So I've got to hit the road and start heading back up north. And once I do that without going to the storage unit and swapping out some stuff, this whole trip was for nothing. I did all this for nothing. At least I got to go paragliding, so there's that. The whole thing was to grab my skis and drop off the bike because it's getting a little cold in Jackson to be biking around. What they say, when in Rome, do as the Romans do. I'm not in Rome though, so I'm gonna settle for a subpar burger and some delicious fries. I'm now at a Home Depot. Just in the parking lot. I gotta pack up the wing and I'm cleaning out the van because I kind of tore it apart looking for those keys. No sign of the keys just yet, unfortunately. I'm gonna keep looking after I get this situated and then wait up for Gurjang. I think he's gonna come meet me here and then we'll hit the road. All right, Gurjang and Francesca have arrived and we're gonna hit the road and head north up to Jackson, even though I did not get anything out of my storage unit. Still haven't found the keys. I'm sure they'll turn up one of these days once I find it. But until then, we're going to Jackson. Wyoming, and I just wanted to show you guys kind of what it looks like to drive this old Vanagon, especially what it is trying to keep up with Gurjang and his futuristic fancy Toyota van. But I'm cruising at 60 right now, 60 miles an hour, and it's just about 3,000 RPM. Now I cruise at 60. I told him I cruise at 60, and this is what it's like driving with anyone, either them following you or you follow them and you're driving a Vanagon. Now, I'm not saying all Vanagons only cruise at 60, but mine does. I can go faster, but the problem is that when I go faster, when the RPMs go higher, my TDI conversion, with me not really knowing what I did, the higher my RPM with these colder temperatures, my coolant temperature drops significantly. And I just ran into a new problem a couple miles back. Anytime I'm under load and over 60 miles per hour, which is like 100 kilometers an hour, I lose the alternator drops. So check this out. And this is just me trying to keep up with the Toyota here. Voltage drops and then comes back and then drops and then comes back, depending on how much I give it. So I'm just keeping it at 60 no matter how fast the Toyota van wants to go. So if you have a TDI swapped van, Let me know in the comment section below if you're like above 3,000 RPM, what do your coolant temperatures do? Because mine drop significantly in these colder, in this colder climate. I'm not too sure how to fix that, because if I restrain the flow of coolant, then at lower RPM, I'm just gonna be overheating. That's my thought process. I'm not too sure. I could cardboard up the radiator, but that's pointless. I feel like it's not that cold.